Tracy, and I'm back with another video. Anywho, as you can see, I have food in front of your girl. You know, the girl loves the food. I love food, okay? But unfortunately, I am on a diet. But today, I will be indulging in my very first mukbang, baby. So today, I have on here shrimp and crab. These are actually stone crab. Well, I have no idea if it's stone crab time, but anyway, I have stone crab in here. But while I eat, I would like to also talk to you about a very important topic. And not only that, I recently saw one of our very favorite YouTube stars. They were talking about this topic, and I believe people are confused between intimacy and the three-letter word we're so familiar with, and we're so confused. So I would like to do the differentiation while I am eating. Anyway, before any further ado, please allow me to remind you what to do. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget, please turn your notification buttons on. You hear it first. So, oh, this is good. So, very spicy. Actually, I just made this shit. So, what I want to talk about is why and how people confuse intimacy with sex. Sure, this tastes real good. But well, this is good. So what I'm saying, when it comes on to sex, sex is just sex. That means two people, whatever your choice is, two people, they just get in the mood and decide to have what you call intercourse. That is sex. Intimacy is basically having a line of communication, care, thoughtfulness, and after the sex or the intercourse, you may caress each other. However, what I believe, wait, let me get my fork, shit. This is good. What I believe, a lot of people confuse having sex with somebody and think you're in a relationship. And that is not true. Don't confuse the two. Relationship needs intimacy, while sex needs nothing at all. There's no benefits more than sex. Two people just decide to have a good time. Keep it moving. When there's intimacy, you actually care about each other. And therefore, this is hot. Confusing the two can be very misleading. So what I would recommend for anybody, if you're getting in a situation, make sure you know what you're getting into and what it is. If you're going to be friends with benefits, that's what it's going to be, friends with benefits. Gracious Lord, this crabby fight me. Yeah. If you're gonna be friends with benefits, you're gonna be friends with benefits. You cannot decide that you're gonna be in a relationship with yourself when the other person is not in the relationship. Therefore, somebody's confused as to what is happening when, where, and how, and why. So, my recommendation is always make sure each party know what time it is, what you're doing, and why you're doing what you're doing. Intimacy is for relationships, not friends with benefits. And sometimes, some of us women get all caught up because you're having intercourse with somebody, you start to lose your mind. You start having arguments. You start having expectations when there's no need to have any expectations. Why? Because you're just having the 3-letter word. There is no communication after the 3-letter word, and if he is not giving you the time of day after the 3-letter word, that means it's friends with benefits. Why are you confusing the two? Some of you are ready to go through the phone, antagonize the man, see him in the street, he cannot talk to anybody, and you are well aware what the situation is. You know, in a relationship, y'all don't have any form of intimacy. When it's time to get done, y'all call each other up, and then boom. Every time you look each through the door, and you're standing there looking. And I've always said, that's why one of my things is, if you think you cannot deal with a situation, or if you are one of the females who is confused after having intercourse with somebody, or like to have, what them say, catch feelings, don't do it if you can't handle that. Why? Because you're only setting yourself up to be hurt, and you're going to be emotionally torn. Stuff like that is for somebody who is able to detach themselves from the person and just enjoy the moment of intercourse. If you're not that kind of person, don't get caught up in that situation, because then you are just setting yourself up for failure, hurt, pain, and disappointment. Because if you're just having intercourse with this person, trust me, you see the man in the street with another woman, or if you walk into a restaurant and see him with somebody else, you have no leg to stand on. Boy, the stone crab mad. But please, ladies, make sure you're aware of the difference between intimacy and the 3-letter word. This way, you don't get confused, disappointed, hurt, and in the end, sometimes you all start to develop hatred and bitterness. When, if everybody did establish what it is from day one, you will be as confused and disappointed. But yeah, let me read. Let me read what is intimacy, and oftentimes how people confuse the two. Intimacy, people often confuse it with sex. But people can be sexual without being intimate. One night stands, friends with benefits, or sex without love are examples of pure physical acts with no intimacy involved. Intimacy means deeply knowing another person and feeling deeply known. So basically, it's exactly what I just said before I even read this. You have no connection to the person, whomever you're having sex with. You have no connection. You have no feeling, no attachment. And sometimes, if you are somebody who maybe, if you're just getting out of a relationship, I think it is beneficial too if you kind of get yourself, especially if you're somebody who love to have intercourse, you like to have somebody breathe on your neck sometimes, or all the time. Yeah, a situation like that is a good thing, where you become friends with benefit with somebody. But again, you have to make sure you detach yourself from the situation, from having feelings, or you're able, or caught up having feelings for this person when you don't need to. You don't need to, because if at the beginning of the situation you say exactly what it is, you are just having fun, you're just moving where the wind blows. Yeah, I think that's an ideal situation for somebody, especially if you were in a long-term relationship and you miss that kind of play, or that connection, that kind of connection, or that feeling of having somebody in your bed or in your private space or whatever. I think friends with benefit could be beneficial for you. So, crab tastes good. I'm the shrimp. That's why I know I'm a good cook. Yeah, but that's what I think. That's what I like to explain about friends with benefits, and not confusing intimacy with sex. Sex is like buying a loaf of bread on the corner. You can get that anywhere. But if you're looking for intimacy, you need to be in a relationship. You need to have a commitment. You need to have connection, understanding, care, thoughtfulness. All of those things are intimacy. So, or I should say, are components of intimacy. So we have to ensure that if you're in a situation, you cannot confuse the two, or having someone starting to feel obligated to you because you're having intercourse with this person, and then you start with the old guilt trip, or you start to let him or her feel guilty about the situation, because in the beginning y'all know what time it was. So it's a friends with benefits situation. You don't need to be calling this person's phone every beck and call. You shouldn't have any expectations of this person. It's basically when you need to get down and do the do, that's when you need to communicate. I don't think nobody should be calling on anybody's phone, texting you every 5 minutes, every 20, or if you even call, you expect he or she to pick up when you call. No. That's not what it's supposed to be. Friends with benefits are friends with benefits. So this was my little 2 cents, my little conversation piece when it comes down to the confusion between intimacy and the three-letter word sex, and how not to confuse the two, and how not to get caught up in a jealous situation, and how to ensure that you are prepared and ready for a friends with benefit situation, and understand and know when you're in a situation where there's no intimacy involved, and be mentally, because you have to be mentally prepared for that. If you are someone who is very emotional and love to get caught up in your feelings, it's not for you. So therefore, from the jump, you have to establish what you're doing, as opposed to getting in a situation and you are the only person who's in the relationship. The other person is well aware of what they want and what they're doing. But yeah, that's my little 2 cents. My crab is good. My shrimp is good. So let me remind you again what to do. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget, turn notification buttons on. You hear it first.